Fire Escape Academy inspector training video. We're here near the Rialto, one of the alleyways, 925, and we're looking at, we're in Tacoma, Washington. So here we are looking at a fire escape that just checking for it to see if there's any violations to be written on this fire escape. And again, two things: must be structurally sound, must be kept painted. And a lot of times your clients will paint the fire escape and stay on top of the paint job, and this is one of them. This fire escape is just in great paint condition. But then, you know, you have to start looking for some other things to see if there's been any evidence that the fire escape has been worked on, which is the second half of the equation. Is the fire escape structurally sound? And a couple of things that you want to look for is for the hardware. Now, this is a 50 to 75-year-old plus fire escape, and that means that the fire escape must be structurally sound. So, but you need some evidence to have new bolting. So, new bolts are going to be hex head bolts. And if you can't find evidence of new hex head bolts, that means that nobody's ever done anything to this fire escape other than keep painting it for its lifetime. So if you look at all the treads, all hex head, all square head bolts, all the staircases, not one staircase in its 75 years has ever needed to change its bolt, and that seems that's not possible. Look at the supports. None of the supports have any new hardware on it. That basically in 50 to 75 years, that's never been a need. So look at the ladder. I'll put the ladder at the lap joint. You can see plenty of bolts there, but they're all old square head bolts on the ladder, and that's what the firemen are going to use to get up there and save some lives. So if you look at the different things here, there's evidence that there might be some supports and some things that are suspect. The great thing that you can see right here is look at this platform, and this platform is a great example of the rust. That used to be tight. Look at how much rust is in that connection up there, and if you turn around, you look the same way, you look at the connection, you can just see straight up. You're not supposed to be able to see straight up. So there's rust in the joint corner, rust in that joint corner, rust in that joint corner, and rust on this one. So this lower platform can drop, even though all the heads of the bolts are still there. When you look through here, the shafts are missing. So it's false. It's a false platform. So if you were to step on that, so put too many people on that platform, it's going to drop and fail. So that can also happen on some of your bolts. If you look at some of the tread bolts, you look up, you can see a little bit of growth on the tread bolts. So that's the typical thing you got to look for when you're inspecting these, is that even though the paint job looks spectacular, there is some structural issues out there that could hurt or kill somebody. And on this one, it's this lower platform. So on this particular fire escape, what you would have is not a paint violation, you'd have a structural violation, because all the original hardware is 50 to 75 years old, not any evidence of any structural repair in its lifetime. And then on this lower platform, you got a life safety issue, imminent hazard. Somebody's going to drop through that, get hurt or killed onto the ground, which is only about 8 to 10 feet, but enough to scrape your nose or break your bones on this particular fire escape. The lap joint on that thing for the firemen, though, that too is going to be an issue, because if that lap joint was ever to let go, it's going to drop a fireman 50 feet to the ground, and that will definitely maim or kill a fireman. If you have any questions, give us a call here at firescapeengineers.com, 866-649-0333, or visit the website on YouTube, Fire Escape Academy Inspector Training, for this and many other videos that are out there on the proper way to inspect and violate on fire escapes.